First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostle, elders, and great millstone, to tell the truth. Honors and salutations to the elect, and to the men that died doing the work of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, because they shall rise first. To the men, women, and children that believe on the true name of the Father and the Son, which the Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai, he is the deliverer. Alright? Because he's coming to deliver us out of this captivity that we're in. Alright? The Church of Philadelphia, once again, back out here on the highways and hedges. You know, the prophesied the downfall of this kingdom. Alright? Well, which you could say the queendom. Alright? And it's a lot of things that we got to bring out. Because I did a video not too long ago on, you have to be rejected before you are accepted, man. You got to really understand that. If you got to, there's things in the scriptures that brothers read every day that they really don't even get the understanding on that, man. They really don't break it down and look at the scripture to see, what was this brother talking about when he was speaking? You know, because we coming into a time of what? We're coming into a time of our power. You know, as it says in the book of Psalms, you got a lot of things going on in the world right now. But you know why these things are going on? To get the elect much more prepared for what they're supposed to go through. To let them know, like that song from Tupac, I'm against all odds. That's the reason why these things are happening. You know? The Lord is doing on it. Like these people walk around every day without a care in the world because they have the comfortability of this society. You know, you got men that's coming up right now. They never been trained, so to speak. They never been home trained, man. You know, they want to come out here and be prophets. I think they prophets. And the Most High going to take them right out. All right? So matter of fact, since I'm saying these things, let's get into it. Because, we got to be mindful. You're going to have in these times, because, I'm seeing it. And forget about what I see. You know, because you have a lot of other men, man. The apostles are greater than me. I'm nobody when it comes to this word. I'm just another vessel that's in here, trying to teach my people. You know? But you got a lot of dudes that are trying to hop in here and try to be on the level of an apostle. And that's what they've been teaching us, man. Coming all the way down from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Alright? And matter of fact, going back into, check it out. Let's get it. Hold on. Like people will be willing to take a lifetime. Okay, so we're going to go to Psalms, all right, chapter 110 and 3, all right. I just it's like Psalms, let's see, 123. For the first scripture to come out. Matter of fact, hey man, we're gonna start at the top of this one. Alright, this is Psalm chapter 110 and 1. It says, the Psalm of David. Yahweh said unto my Lord, sit thou at my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool. And that's all we doing right now. That's why we come out here on the highways and hedges. We teach. We sit down on the, we just chill. But we're commanded there's things that we have to do to come out here and to encourage our people, basically. To teach the gospel, to teach that good news, to teach the kingdom of heaven. You know? It's encouragement, man. Basically, we're cheerleaders for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. Because we're cheering for him to come on and do what he has to do. But guess what? He did everything from the rip, man. He came out here, right? You know, over 2,000 years ago, he came here, and what did he do, man? Put it down and show us how to do. So, and I'm gonna prove that. All right, which is in the book of Acts. All right, any man that follows after Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, hey man, the way he said it, you have nothing to worry about. Because if I'm lying, he wouldn't have said it. It wouldn't be written down. It wouldn't be written down in the book. And now these people are seeing the great uprising, man. You know, you could tell how it says you could tell what they say, a fruit. Well, you could tell a tree by its fruit. That's it. You could tell a tree by its fruit. And now here you can tell it. You can see the fruits of this place right here. The fruits of this place is dead, man. It really ain't no fruit. What? We going into wintertime? So the fruits of this place are really dead, man. There's no fruit out here. You know? You still got, you have men that's waking up. But forgive me, I don't want to ramble, because we're going to prove, as the scriptures say, we're going to prove all things, right? And it could be milk or whatever. But the babies got to eat too. You know? Psalms chapter 110 and 1. It says, a Psalm of David, it says, Yahweh said unto Yahweh Shemashah, sit down at my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool. Yahweh shall send the rod of thy strength out of Zion. So he's going to send the rod of our strength. We right now, the Lord got to send that strength because we don't have no strength. You know, when you really think about it, what strength do you have? What can you change? What can you change right here? And you got a lot of men out here, right? What they do that voting. It's all for the women, man. Everything is for the woman here. You know what I'm saying? So they try to come out here and be like, yo, man, you know, we're going to change things. Yo, you can't change nothing because what are you doing? When you think that you're trying to change something, you're going against the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Ba'ashem Aracha Kodash, man. You know? Because they have already set up a narrative for you. Now it's on the tip of, yo, what do you believe? Do you believe in the narrative of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua? Or do you believe in the narrative of the people that put these things out here right now? And yo, Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You know? So do you believe what's in front of your face? Or do you believe in what the Lord has already have conquered for you? You know? And that's why he came here to do what? To put himself in subject to his enemies, man. Yo, you really think about that. Dudes don't understand that. He came to put himself in subject to his enemies. That's heavy. Because dudes don't understand that. They like, damn, like, niggas is so prideful, man. That's why I said pride is an abomination. Yo, pride is an abomination. You know? So y'all about to me outside, man. You sit here, you, man. This thing is real life. You can't get around that, man. You know? This thing is real life. We just gonna keep reading. Whatever the Spirit has to come, we're gonna hop into it, man. Lord's willing is edifying, all right? But it says, back in Psalms 110, and 2 it says, Yahweh shall send the rod of thy strength out of Zion, rule thou in the midst of thine enemies. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, and the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning, right? From the womb of the morning. So when you come from the womb, when you brought out the womb, you're a new creature, man. When you brought out the womb, you are a new creature, man. When you brought out the womb, you become a new creature. All right? And like, yo, it's instances where brothers are creative. All right? So they make certain what's that like damn, I'm trying to think of them. Illustrations, that's the right word. They make different illustrations. So they like, because you have a lot of men that come here. You got some men that's prophets. You got helpers. You got illustrators. You got a lot of, yo, this is a government, a society, just like here in America. What do you have? The same setup that you have here, this is a wicked setup. But you have a righteous setup. All right? You have a righteous setup. This setup is wicked, but you got illustrators, you got everything on the left-hand side here. So just look at everything on the left-hand side here, and you got it on the right-hand side. All right? Everything. Just like you building a building, because, yo, anytime you build a building, all right, when you build a building, everything has to be laid in perfect balance. Because if it's not in perfect balance, it's going to fall. You know? And that's why, like, yo, right now, our people not in perfect balance. They messed up. But we're getting to it. Yo, we're getting to the point where, yo, you have men out here. The kingdom of heaven is right here in front of your face, but you can't see it. You can't see the kingdom of heaven. Why can't you see the kingdom of heaven? Because you don't understand it. It's the way you treat your brothers. And yo, to prove that real fast, just go, look, you have a kingdom right now that's ruling. What did when things happen right now, right? Say if let's put on these aspects, right? Say it was a domestic disturbance or whatever. You would call 911. You have laws set up, right? So Esau would come out there because he got the disturbance. Oh, it was a call. They knock on your door, you know, and they have the right to take you away. And that's their laws. They set those laws up. So that right there lets you know who is in control, who's ruling the earth, man. I'm gonna grab that scripture for you, brother. I'm gonna grab it. You know, but yo, who's ruling the earth, man? You know, that's why we're right here in Psalms, all right? And yo, brother, I'm gonna grab that scripture for you. My brother, my guy. Matter of fact, Shalom to everybody in the comment board, man. Yahweh Shem Shai, Bashem, Aracha, Kodas, Barak, and Thumb Yad. Alright? So this is Psalm chapter 110 and verse 4. It says, Yahweh has sworn. Matter of fact, we're going to go to verse 3. It says, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, in the beauties of holiness. From the womb of the morning, thou hast the dew of thy youth, man. So from the beauties of the morning. Yo, because guess what? From the beginning, man, from everything you believe from the beginning, man, the Lord is going to give it up for you. All right? This thing is about, man, this thing is about belief. Okay? Because you got a lot of men that's out here that's not in the, yo, man. They really don't believe, man. All right? They don't believe. But anyway, it says Yahweh have sworn and will not repent. All right, I'm going to read that again. Yahweh have sworn and will not repent. Thou art a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. And the order of Melchizedek, yo, that's Yahweh's son. All right? Because Yahweh, yo, Melchizedek ain't had no parents, man. He appeared. All right? Matter of fact, I wanna get into that on my off time, the Melchizedek order. But yeah, Melchizedek is another how would you say that? Reincarnation of Yahweh Shai. You know? And that's the order that we under right now. Why? Because we want the kingdom. You know? We want the kingdom. We're tired of being underneath of this place. It's a lot, man. Listen. I want to read the scripture from my brother real fast. All right? While we on that type of time right now. Forgive me. Second Ezra chapter 14 and 34. All right, we'll hop into that. This is Second Ezra chapter 14 and 34. All right. Read this off of my brother real fast. All right. This is Second Ezra 14 verse 34. It says, therefore, if so be that you, yo, and this is one of my favorites, man. Talking about go like, yo, when somebody get put to death, you know, they you know. Go back into the spirit world, then the Lord brings back after the time that you're supposed to serve. Second Ezra chapter 14, Salak. I might be give me a second. Yo, that's my brother right there, man. Because you have to subdue your own understanding. Now, I don't know, my comic board messing up, but I'm going to hop into this. Second Ezra chapter 14, 34 says, therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding and reform your hearts, ye shall be kept alive in death, Slakia, kept alive, and after death, ye shall obtain mercy. So after you get put to death, what's that? That's mercy. So the men that's dying now, that's mercy, man. You know? That's mercy from the Lord. But the Lord is not going to give you anything that you can't handle, that you can't contain, basically. You know? So you're going to be like, hey, man, you want to check out, go back to the spirit world, but that was all ordained for you. You know? And that's a heavy scripture. And that's one of the scriptures I use all the time when it goes into reincarnation. You know? Because that really explains it. On top of Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7. You know, those are scriptures for reincarnation. You know? And the Lord's about to reincarnate this earth back to the way he intended it from the beginning. Alright? He intended it from the beginning. Alright? Got a lot. There's a lot going on right now. But hey, like I said, man, I gotta. We're gonna keep going on. You know, the water for that scripture, brother. You know. Forgive me, I'm a little. My brother getting a little older out there. But I really, matter of fact, that's what I'm under happen to. Let's see where the spirit takes us. All right, because we're in the times of the things that's unexplainable. All right, we're in the times of things that's unexplainable. Like what you having right now? You're having more chariot sightings. You know? A lot of those. And people like, you've been hearing about UFO sightings for the longest time. Alright? You've been hearing about them. But they lied to you. And we're in a time of exposure, the time of revelation. The time of things being revealed to you. Because if we was lying, why would we be out here? You know, you gotta really look at things like that, because you got men like the Lord always bring up men that's around other men, you know, and raise them up and be like, go do my work, go do my bidding, and it's all throughout the scriptures. You know, the Book of Acts, which Lord's willing, matter of fact, we're gonna hop into that. You know, and forgive me if it seems like I'm rambling. You know, but I'm trying to drive home the point. All right? Give me one second, forgive me. Got average men, right? Like myself, and I know plenty of other brothers that's in this truth can attest to that. And that's why we're in a time right now where the Lord is He's trying to, okay, you wake up, you come to the point where you know that you're an Israelite. All right, there's levels. All right, where the Lord he's like, man, he's going to show you things. And brothers know personally, whatever situation you're going through, the Lord is going to show you personally that he's dealing with you. You know, whether you believe it or not. But he's going to show you that he's dealing with you. All right? But we're going to go to, we're going to go to Acts. I want to start with Acts chapter 1. All right, we're going to jump around those went through spirit because these are the times that we're in. All right, so Acts chapter 1, because it talks about the day of our power, because right now, what power, matter of fact, what power do Israel, a man that looks like myself, what power do they have? What power do you possess right now? You have to do the same thing as these average Joe people, man. You know? You gotta, like, how they say, go vote, go do this. Why? This is their kingdom. So they're telling you what to do. You have to go against the grain. A man of the Lord is going to go against the grain with this world, man. He's going to follow after these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. You know, and we know that we can't follow them to the T. As far as like a homosexual or whatever, a rainbow guy, you can't put him to death, which is in the law. You know about the when it talks about the rape doctrine and all that. You can't do that now, but they're trying to use that against you because it's against their law. But the laws of this world is the laws that comes out the Bible, man. You know? That's right, brother. It says, fear not that worm, Jake. That's right, brother. Because we're not supposed to fear. And we're not going to fear him. You know, and yo, that's beautiful. The water, bro, for that. Because, yo, going into that, man, it's like, yo, our people, they fear. And that's, man, that's a hell, brother, that's beautiful. Matter of fact, let's get that precept. Because we're worms, yo, what defense do a worm have? You know, birds like to eat worms. Yo, when the rain come, yo, what happened with the rain back in Noah's time? The rain came and it flooded that joint, and the worms came up out the ground. It's always a way to flush somebody out. All right? It's always a way to flush somebody out. And that's a hell of an analogy. That's why the Lord created everything, and that's why he uses all these different he uses all those different creations that he made. All right? Grab this from my brother. Yo, Isaiah chapter 14 and 41 and 14. All right? And that's 144 all through that. All right? Isaiah 41 and 14. All right, this is Isaiah chapter, matter of fact, man. Well, we're going to go up a little higher than that. But, yo, the point is, and what the brother says, Isaiah 41 and 14. All right, but we're going to go to, oh, man. We're going to go more. We're going to go hot. Matter of fact, we're going to go to the top. We're going to go to the top of this one. This is Isaiah chapter 41 and 1. It says, keep silence before me, O island, and let the people renew their strength. Let them come near, then let them speak. Let us come near together to judgment. And yo, what the Lord doing right now, man? We gotta keep our silence, man. You go to Exodus chapter 14, verse 14. What the scriptures tell you. That, matter of fact, let's get it. Yo, the water for this one, bro. Because we're going to go to that one. All right, Exodus chapter, excuse me. Why are you standing? Nah, I'm asking, why are you standing?
Oh, I just wanted to ask you a question.
What's your question?
Can you let me in?
Nah.
Hey, bro.
How you know I've got, listen, bro. How you know I even got a card to get in there?
All right, that's fine. You're good.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You take your time, man.
All right, have a good day. You said what?
Have a good day.
All right.
You're doing that.
Yeah, you too, man. See, Satan always trying to come around and try to mess up things, man. You You know? They send them around. They send them. They get you out of character, they get you out of pocket. And you come stand right in front of them, but nah, man, F that. We're not going to let that throw us off course. And it kind of messed me up. I'll get back to it. But we're going to go back to Salaki. Isaiah 14 and 1. 41 and 1. All right. Yo, these dudes really, they really hell bent on their campuses, man. Anyway, it says, yo, the water y'all about to know something. Let's go to this one. Exodus 14:14. That's what I really was looking for. All right. Exodus chapter 14:14. And y'all, that's an example right there. Like, you don't really gotta like deal with them dudes, man. You know? That's confusion, that's what they want to come do to you. Try to make it seem like, yo, let's get this guy. No. If you got a bank account here at Bank of America, you should have your proper credentials to get up in there, man. Your credentials. Because they're trying to twist your words of your credentials. And this is not my language. Our language is the Lashawan Kodash. All right? The old language, man. The holy language. The Paleo Hebrew. That's what we're supposed to be speaking. And how you know that? Because they have documents of that. For us coming here, man. You know? They have documents of that. So they know what it is, man. You know, and they're mad because you still come out here on the place that you started teaching. So if I'm out here telling lies, we out here telling lies, why are you so worried about it? Oh shit, because it's on your college campus in front of a Bank of America. This is the Bank of America, your money system, which we know is a bunch of bullshit. You know? Only a dumbass nigga believe in this stuff, man. You know? But anyway, this Exodus chapter 14, verse 14, it says, Yahweh shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. All right? And that's what we out here. The Lord is fighting for us. We're holding our peace. Because, yo, do you get angry every day? Yes, you do get angry every day, man. You get angry at the things that's going on, man. But can you do anything about it? No, you can't. Why? Because, yo, just like when Yahweh said, he followed prophecy to the T. And this is all about prophecy, man. You know? All right? This is about prophecy. The men of the Lord. Yo, you think, yo, why do you think they got all these different action hero movies? The Book of Acts. You know? Stephen. You know, Philip. You know, men that's not even talked about around here. But those men, they put those in those movies, but you just don't know who they are. They only look at the main, like the biggest character. Oh, look at Yahweh Shah, this. Nah, but yo, Yahweh Shah, he's the main, he's something to talk about. Don't get it twisted. But he gave it to his men. And this is encouragement for the men that he gave it to, man. You know? Don't just walk around here like, oh, you got your hand in your pockets. Nah, man. Yahweh Shah came here for a reason. And the Book of Acts tells you, man. You know? The Book of Acts tells you a lot. Alright? But let's hop back into where we at. Isaiah 41, I'm going to start at verse 1 again. It says, keep silence before me, O islands, and let the people renew their strength. No, let the people renew their strength. Because right now, what? We're coming back into our power. We're coming back into our strength. Lord's willing, I'll be a part of that number. And I'm talking about the elect. So let me take that back and say, yo, the elect are coming back into their strength. All right? They're coming back into their power. And that's what the Lord has set up for them. He has that design for them. You know? He has that design for them. Why? Because we're in those times where it has to be seen. You're about to see things that you have never seen before. Everybody, of course, we know the wars is going on, wars and rumors of wars. We know that things are going on. So anybody can come out there and talk about that. But the Spirit of the Lord is talking about prophecy. We know those things are supposed to happen. We're talking about right now what the Lord is about to do for his men. Now, that's prophecy as well, man. Now, that's prophecy. All right? That's prophecy. You know, because, ain't nobody ever saw no man gravitate, float. And, guess what Esau does? Add these scriptures. So what they do, they like, damn, man, you know what, we gotta, it's a way that we gotta try to effort their minds so they won't believe. Once you fully come into your position, who can effort you? Once you fully come into your calling, who can effort you? That's why Yahweh Shai had to go up on the mountain and be tempted, man. He had to be tempted. And he is what? Our example. He is the mediator. His name is Yahweh Shai. He is the deliverer. He is the mediator, man. For us right now, man. These damn devils, they trying to be the mediator. They're trying to set the narrative. They can't do that. All right? And if I'm rambling, please forgive me, man. All right? But it says, Isaiah chapter 41, verse 2, it says, who raised up the righteous man from the east? Who raised up the righteous man from the east? Called him to his foot. Called him to his foot. Gave the nations before him and made him rule over kings. He gave them as the dust to his foot, as driven stubble to his bow. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm going to read that again. Who raised up the righteous man from the east? And where we at? Every time you talk about this society, that's how you know that this, like, what we're reading right here goes against this society. Because it said, who raised, let's read it again. Who raised up the righteous man from the east? And where are we at right now? In the Western civilization. Everybody over there, man, if you be around those people that come from here, you can tell a distinct difference from them and us. The people that's here, the women, and let's talk about the women because they're the weaker vessel. All right? When the women come from over there in the Eastern society to the Western society, right? And they're heathens, man. They have a different aspect than the women here, man. These women are disrespect you in a heartbeat. But now once they start getting involved and indulged with the Western society or the Western culture, now they start acting just like here. What they say was done in Rome, what happens in Rome shall stay in Rome. You know, that's the aspect that they have. That's what they believe in, man. You know? And guess what? What's the only difference between us and the heathen? What's the difference between us? The difference between us is we have Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Harachah Quadas. Because what? Why do you think King Solomon was like got into those women, man? He got into those women because they look good, they were fine, They were respectful, you know, but they served other gods, man. They served other gods. You ain't supposed to let no woman take you to that point, man. You know? And that's the downfall of Israel, man. That's the downfall of Israel. But the Lord is lifting up his men. All right? But it says, forgive me. It's cold out here, so my, all right, let's go. All right, it says, I know I probably might be dragging the point out long, so please forgive me for that. But it says Isaiah chapter 41 and 2. It says, who raised up the righteous man from the east, called him to his foot, gave the nations before him, and made him rule over kings. He gave them as the dust to his sword, and as driven stubble to his bow. So these nations, they really don't have nothing over them. Once you start reading, you understand. It's like, damn, though. The Lord has to do it. You got to be in a heavy spirit. And a lot of things you can't teach. A lot of things you cannot teach. And I'll be honest with you. You can't teach faith. You know? You can't teach strength. You can start see a brother, yeah, let's lift weights, brother, let's go to the gym. You can do all that, but faith, you can't teach that, man. That's a gift, and it tells you in the scripture, faith is a gift. You know? It says, he pursued them and passed safely, even by the way that he had not gone with his feet. Who hath wrought and done it, calling the generations from the beginning. I, Yahweh, the first and the last, I am he. Read that again, man. He said, who hath wrought and done it, calling the generations from the beginning, I, Yahweh, the first and the last, I am he. So from the beginning of time, that's why these people are mad. Why do you think they don't want you to understand and to know history? They block out history. They hide it. They want you to come out here and speculating and saying crazy things. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if we were so wrong, we were saying things so crazy, why is you on our top like that? Why is you sweating us like that? Oh, why? Tell the truth. Okay? And check it out. And just some words of encouragement, because it's a lot that's on my mind right now. So forgive me, man. I know I'm probably like a lot of the places right now, man. You know, but like we're in the Book of Acts. All right, and not just the Book of Acts. We're in a lot more places than the Book of Acts, right? You know, because people have never seen. You got what, the movie Black Adam, right? You got Wakanda Forever right now, which I haven't saw the Wakanda Forever, but now what they do, they try to put the woman in there. Which, you want to really think about it, I guess you could say going to what, not Ruth. Matter of fact, I don't want to misquote none, so I'm going to shut up. But it's a lot of things that, all these movies come from what? Our people. You know, they come from our people. So let's hop back. Let's go into Acts chapter. This is where we at. Alright. So this is Acts chapter right, let's go to Acts chapter 1 and 1. All right, it says, the former testes have I made, O Theophilus, of all that Yahushua began both to do and teach. All right, so this was a man that followed Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Because these people don't understand, they don't look up history or nothing. The J is only 500 years old, man. You know, and now as time goes on, but it's only 500 years old. These niggas go to school and they think that everything that these crackers, this white man teaches them, to the point where they go to these universities and all that, they think that that's solid. Why? Because it's all about money. You know, you go to colleges. Why? Because you want money. You want to get to the next level in this life, in this society, man. You know? The next life in the society of this place, man. You know? Which these dudes, man, yo, they just trying to get into the bank, but I guess the car wasn't working, this, that. But yo, guess what? The Bank of America. This is a place where, you know, this is a place where, yo, soon you ain't going to be able to get in there to get your money. You know? All right? So what are we doing? We're teaching Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because, yo, Yahushai told us way back then, and we're going back to it. Acts 1, you know? And matter of fact, me and the brother that's in the camp, the brother Raza, you know, earlier today, we went into Acts the 8th chapter. You know, ran right through it. You know, the brother's not out here right now because, you know, he had to get his children, whatever. But that's between him and Yahweh Hashem outside, man. By Hashem Kakodash. You know? You know what you're commanded to do. You know if you're bullshitting the Lord. You know if you're telling him the truth. Why? Because he know your spirit. All right? So there's no lying to the Lord, man. All right? At all. There's no lying. But let's keep going. All right? It says, verse 2, Acts chapter 1 and 2. It says, until the day in which he have taken up after that he, through the Holy Ghost, Makakodas had given commandments unto the apostles whom he had chosen. So, yo, until right now, yo, why are we out here right now? All right? Why are the apostles? That's why we give double honors to the apostles. All right? And they say the elders a great millstone. Double honors to the apostles and elders a great millstone, right? Starts with the apostles. Matter of fact, yo, why did they get that name, Great Millstone? And if you really look into the history of that, you know that they didn't get themselves that name. You know? Look it up. Look into the history of it. You know Yasser Allah, but I know they taking down a lot of videos, you know? But that came from a man, I don't even know if he's still in the truth. But I don't even think he was on the highways with him. But that name, Great Millstone, came from another man. Didn't it come from Apostle Tahar? You know? And how you know that, though? Everything that we're in right now is coming back to the spirit that you was in back then. That's why we're in the book of Acts, man. You know? We're in the book of Acts. This is not of us. The Lord don't need us. We need him. We need him for salvation. Can you deliver the Lord? No, you can't. You can't do none of that. All right? But it says to whom also he shewed himself alive after his passion by many infallible proofs, being seen of them 40 days, and speaking of the things pertaining to the kingdom of the Most High. So the same thing that he did while he was here walking the planet, he did after. Matter of fact, he had control over the spirit world. All right, He had control over the spirit world and this world that we see right now. Cause yo, you want to know why a lot of dudes don't want to pass on to the spirit world? You know, because they don't have they wasn't ordained for this power, man. A man that dies doing the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he following the footsteps of Yahushua. I'm not saying go out here and do, but yo, I'm just ready to die on some Biggie. No, man. All right. You have to follow in the steps of Yahushua, and that's what's going to get you out here right now in these times to be able to do these miracles that's coming. Of course, Satan going to mess with you. Satan mess with Job. Satan messes with a lot of us. Satan messed with Yahushua, man. But he had no power over him. You know? He had no power over him. So what power does he have over us? Lord's willing, we'd be a part of that number, man. All right? Lord's willing, we'd be a part of that number. That's why he's supposed to dig down and humble yourself, man. And grind it out. All right. Now I said that. That's where we at? Acts 1. Matter of fact, let's where we at? Verse 4. It says, "And being assembled together with them, commanded them that they should not depart from Jerusalem, but wait for the promise of the Father, which saith he, ye have heard of me." So guess what? That was Yahushua when it said, "Ye have heard of me." All right, that's Yahushua talking. And guess what? That's when the Lord commanded them to stay there. They couldn't leave until they got the blessing to go out and be able to teach and preach. All right. Yo, Acts, man. Acts is some, man. You gotta read this book again. Acts is a heavy book, man. You know? Because it's about to come down now. You got a lot of things going on right now. You know? You have a lot of things going on right now, man. In the same way that they're powering up, the Lord is powering up his men. That's a righteous balance. You know? Righteous balance. The Lord is not an unrighteous judge, and he's not an unbalanced judge either, man. You know? It don't matter if you come out here and nobody out here is hearing or whatever. Yo, people hearing. You got the YouTube world, and you also have the vibration that your voice is taking, because the Lord created this place for our sakes. So even your vibration, your words that you speak, that's harmony with this earth, man. You know? Because it has to bring it down. Righteousness, man. Righteousness. Righteousness is always going to prevail, man. Wickedness is never going to prevail in this place. Alright? Matter of fact, let's grab this real quick. The hot change speeds real fast. Because Acts is talking about a bunch of famous dudes, man. All right. Let's go to Daniel, the brother. You know he gave earlier. This is Daniel 12 and 3. Matter of fact, start at verse 1. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. All right, it says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time, and at that time that thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. And yo, you go back into the Acts, right? Yo, those men, yo, are there not their names written in that? You just don't know who they are, man. You don't know who Philip is right now. You don't know who Stephan is right now. But yo, these damn devils, they use those names because they know. They like, damn, yo, this guy, man. You know, I heard about his name in the Acts, and then yo, it's right now. Right now. You know? But these people don't believe. Yo, you got heathens, man. I know a heathen that he watches the Marvel movies, and he's fascinated with them. And I'll just be looking at him like, damn, man, like, yo, you really into that, huh? And he loves it. Because why? Through his spirit, he knows, damn, these the next rulers. And yo, he loved Black Adam. Black Adam was one of his favorites, and this Wakanda thing. You know? We in those times, man. The Lord is about to raise up his men. The fame of the Lord's men is about to be raised up so high, man. Because it's only so long that he's going to punish you, man. And you're going to be down. You just got to stay faithful. That's why I tell you. You got to stay faithful until death. All right? And he will give you a crown of life. Because you don't love your life, man. Who the fuck love their life out here, man? If a nigga say they love his life, they lying. You know? You got to stay faithful. That's an honest man. An honest man is a faithful man. You know? Don't forgive me, man. Let's get it. You guys seeing? Here we go. Where we at? Back in Daniel chapter 12 and verse 2. It says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake. And yo, you got a lot of people right now doing what? Awakening, man. You know? A lot of people is awakening. Why? Because they're awakening to what? The truth. You hear that, man? Y'all hear that in the background, man. That's the Lord. Who knows? It could be, hey, man, who knows? But at the end of the day, man, I'm going to read that again. It's Daniel chapter 12, verse 2. It says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. You know, and that's the Eve right there that was just, she walked around the corner, man, and guess what? She just started spitting up, throwing up and all that. She started spitting up as soon as she hit the corner. Yo, come, brother. Yo, come. As soon as she hit the corner, she just started spitting up, and she got her little daughter with her. But yo, you know what? That's the spirit that's out here. But the Lord is about to bring judgment. He's already bringing judgment to this place. You know? So that attention that she wants, she ain't get it. And she did it, and you heard it. I don't gotta see it, man. You heard it. You know? You heard what she was doing out here. And then she walked past and still doing the same thing. And get no attention. And then that day, and she got her daughter with her. That's another man's child. You know, they're going to be seeking for that attention. But the Lord is not going to give it to them, man. You know, the attention that they're going to get with what they bargained for. That's going to be their judgment. The attention for Eve is her judgment. And the attention for you 2/3 niggas and the rest of you MFers, you know, right now I'm going PG right now. You know, but the attention for the rest of you MFers, you know, is your judgment, right? Which what? Comes right from these scriptures. All right? Hopping back into it. It says, verse 3, it says, and they that be wise shall shine. Matter of fact, let this bullshit pass by, man. You know, because it's a bunch of bullshit.
You mad because I'm gay? I'm gonna be that bitch. He gay too, that boy.
Yo, you heard that? She said, you mad because I'm gay. I'm a gay bad bitch. All I said, yo, that's let you know she manifests what's inside of her. Because all I said was let this bullshit go by. You know? Let this bullshit go by. I never said anything about her preference or whatever. Because I didn't know. But guess what? She brought it out. Alright? She brought it out. So if y'all try to flag my video, she brought out who she was. Alright? Anyway. With you, man. But let's keep going, man. Because Satan is out here tonight. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 3. It says, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness. Yo, and that's crazy. And that's that. Daniel 12 and 3. It says, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament. And they that turn many to righteousness as the stars of ever, as the stars forever and ever. And what are we out here doing? Turning them to righteousness, man. That's all we trying to do. So I'm talking about to our people. And it's only for what? The elect. It's not for everybody. You know, because through the words of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, to his elect, and his elect is going to come out and speak it, then the 1/3 is going to be saved through that, because they're going to believe. It's all about the belief. And a lot of people don't believe nothing. You know? They don't believe, man. That's why, yo, why you think Paul said, what if some did not believe? So the unbelief for them make the Most High without effect? God forbid. The same thing with these people out here right now. Just because they don't believe, do you think we're going to stop coming out here? No, we're not. We're going to keep teaching the truth. We're going to keep telling the truth until the Lord comes back and destroy this place, man. Niggas walking around here like, yo, they really think that it's a game. They got a rude awakening coming from, man. Because, yo, the same thing they did back, the same thing that they did, the same thing that they did back then, going back to Noah, you know, before, going back to Noah. They're doing the same thing right now. But the Lord has it right now where all his prophets are set up right here in Babylon. And to read, because we have many instances in the scriptures of how we supposed to teach our people and tell them where they're going off at. We got laws, man. We actually have laws, statutes, and commandments. But why you think they went to the Mount Sinai, you know, which the Lord own hand wrote those laws? But Esau, they try to change things. All right? Matter of fact, let's get that. The laws are written in God's own hand. All right. Yo, matter of fact, let's grab this. Because they just went to Mount Sinai. All the leaders of this world, all right, all the leaders of this world are the ones that think that they got of course they got dominion of this world right now, all right. But yo, the Lord, he gave it to them. And no, that's why this is in Exodus. Exodus is the exit because we're about to exit out of this place, out of this captivity. Remember to the end. To the end. To the end. That's why that girl said what she just said, man. And like, it pisses you off. But what are you going to do about it? What you going to do about it? But depend on Yahweh Shem outside. Ba'ashem HaRachakadash. That's why they don't want you here around them. And yo, you got what? On the college campus? Because you got what? Dorms? You got dorms, you got classrooms. You know, the banks that they come to. This is traffic for them. So when they hear these words, you know, they trying to be like, oh, wow, he was talking to hate. And yo, that's another thing, man. Since last week I came out here, you know, the next day I wake up, I watch the news, and Temple has a, basically talking about hate speech and all that. What are we hating on? We're just telling the truth, all right? We're telling the truth. But anyway, it's a whole lot to talk about, man, you know? So this is Exodus chapter 38 and verse 1. But the people, they don't want to exit this place. It's that little girl right there. I said nothing about her preference. She said it, and that's the spirit that's on her. You know, that's the demon that's in her. You know, that's the demon that's on her, man. This is a spiritual thing. This is spiritual warfare. All right. But it says, this is Exodus chapter 38. In verse 1 it says, and he made the altar of burnt offerings of shittim wood, 5 cubits was the length thereof, and thereof, and 5 cubits the breadth thereof. It was fourscore and 3 cubits the height thereof. So that's how you know that the Lord is particular. You know, if he's particular about how he wants you to build things, how much more particular is he about how you're supposed to live your life, the laws that he gave you? That's particular. That's not wavering. You know, that's, yo, you F up, I'm on your ass. You know, but hey, man, the Lord is so righteous, he gave things to the wicked. The earth, he gave it to him. So now is their time to rule and everything. So now when we come into our rulership, we ain't getting away with none of that. You know, because right now you think you're getting away with the wickedness that you're doing, but you're really not. You know? You thought you was getting away with it back then, but you really didn't. Because it follows all the way to this to right now, present day. You know? And this is the last. This is your ultimate cleansing, so to speak. You're about to be cleansed. All right. But let's get it. It says it's a point I wanted to grab. To 18, Salat. This is Exodus chapter 38 and 18. Forgive me, but I'm going to go right to the point. You go through all that because it's telling you how to build and this, that, right? This is Exodus chapter 38, 18. It says, in the hanging of the gate of the court was needlework of blue and purple and scarlet, and fine twined linen, and 20 cubits was the length, and the height, and the breadth was answerable to the hangings of the court. Nah, but that's the wrong. Nah, that's not what I was looking for. So please, Salakia. Forgive me, y'all. Yo, forgive me. Because I'm trying to find, if anybody can find it, when he talks about the laws that was out of the Lord's hand, you know? Which these people right now, they're trying to rewrite it. All right? They're trying to rewrite what Yahweh Shem outside by Shema Rachak Kodash gave us in Mount Sinai. And it all coincides with what? Their laws. You know, that's why it's a good thing to go to the laws. Go through the laws. They have no shame. You know? They don't believe in these laws. Why? Because what? I'm gonna tell you why. All right, so look, check this out. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 11. And this is these are things that the men of the Lord have to suffer. All right? They talking shit. Yo, they talking shit. But anyway, these are things that the men of the Lord have to suffer, man. You know? Because what? We come out here, and yo, this is how you know who's the real from the fake. All right, because we know this, it's laws. That's why we say you got to follow them to the best of your ability. All right, but you got men that don't they're like law. You got to follow law, brother. Just hey man, you can't do that here in Babylon. You know, even going back into the to the ancient times, man. The Maccabees Daniel. You know, it was decrees that the king gave because it was his time to rule. That was a heathen king, and he wanted to follow after his God, right? And guess what? He had the one to follow after his God, you know, and being as though we couldn't serve our God. That's why you have an exodus. That's why we have to exit out of this place here, which the Lord wants us to do again. You know. He wants that again, man. The Lord requires his elect. All right? He requires his elect. And the rest of you niggas going to fade away. All right? You're going to fade away. So this is Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and 11. Alright. Alright, we're gonna go. But I'll be reading through the scriptures, man. I want to bring them all up. But this is Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse Alright, we're gonna go right to it. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 11. It says, because sins against an evil work is not executed expediently, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in to do evil. So yo, the Lord like, yo man, because I gave you your laws, statutes, and commandments. You're sitting here, all right, in Babylon, all right? You see what happened back then, because it was a time, our people were so heavy on the laws, man. You know, when you got men now, but back then they was able to do it. When Yahweh Shah was there, man. You know, because we was able to practice our laws and they told us, but yo, they yike pop certain laws. That's how they was able to put Yahweh Shah to death. Because they was like, yo, we can't put him to death for this because they knew they was lying. Right? Because Yahweh Shah was all about the truth. When Yahweh Shah was on the scene, in those times, in the Roman Empire, what happened? Yo, man, he effed their heads up. Because when he was telling, yo, man, he was writing on the ground, when they wanted to come stone this one lady, right? That judgment, they wanted to expedient because they caught her. They did this. They caught her doing all these things, man. Or whatever. The man and the woman, right? They caught him and they wanted to put him to death. But y'all, the Lord, man. Which one of y'all have not sinned? Because the Lord know that this law, which they still pushing now, the law is not, you F up with the law, you getting put to death, man. All right? But the Lord is so merciful for us, man. The Lord is merciful. All right? Because guess what, man? It's coming a time when we get into our kingdom. Yo, them heathens mess up because they're going to have to follow our law. They're going to get put to death right on the scene. But we're going to live forever. Like that song, Fame. I want to live forever. I want to learn how to fly. Why you think they write songs like that, man? Why you think they write songs like that? Because they know who we are, man. All right? We in those times right now. And it's all about your belief. That's why I keep telling brothers, man, you have to believe. Because you got men that come out here and go, man, you know, we got to go out. Another time we got to go out. Week out, we go out here and teach. But you only do it because you want another man to see you, man. You know? Nah, you cool, sis. You know? See that? Yo, that's respect. There's somebody you probably would thought wouldn't have respect. Because it ain't up to us, man. This is up to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Al-Hakadash. Matter of fact, and let's talk about it. You know, let's hop into the apocrypha, man. And matter of fact, let's take a time out to remember famous men. Because you got this nut-ass nigga Kanye West talking about the same thing we've been talking about. But just because he's a man of some type of stature, everybody wants to believe him. But he's not telling you the name of the Lord. All he's doing is telling you Jesus Christ. This, that. They're all set up. They're puppets. And if you don't believe it, so what? And he can even tell you, a devil could tell you that he's the devil and you still won't believe him. And that's how dumb you niggas is, man. And they know that. They're just playing the game with you. They're playing with you. They're playing. You know? They're playing. You know? That's what they do. But let's remember some famous men. Let's take a time out. How they say? Let's take a time out to remember our ancestors. Alright? There we go. Let's remember famous men. Men these are men of integrity, man. These are men that put their lives on the line for who? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. Ba'ashem HaRachakadash. These are famous men, man. These are the real famous men. Not the men that's out here walking around rapping with the pants sagging, cooning, tap dancing and all that. No, they're not famous. They're bitches. You want to hear about famous men? Check it out. This is Ecclesiasticus Sirach, right? Chapter 44. Damn, 44, mercy. All right? Chapter 44 and verse 1, it says, let us now praise famous men and our fathers that begat us. All right, so we're supposed to praise famous men and our fathers that begat us. So we're going back to our forefathers. All right, so if our forefathers saw all this fuck shit that was going on right now, you think they would be happy, man? You think they'd be rocking with this stuff? No, they wouldn't. No. They were checking. Yo, you got men that was put to death, man, for this word. But these niggas out here, they not ready to get put to death for nothing. But they'll put you to death for Esau's money. Them FRNs, them Federal Reserve notes. Just like that dude, what's his name? Takeoff, he took off, all right? And now everything's starting to come out. Kanye West. All he's doing is telling you the things that his fans want to hear, the things that we already know, what we've been teaching. Now all of a sudden he wants to tell you it now. Why he ain't tell you before we started talking about it? Why he ain't tell you before he signed his contract? Why he ain't tell you before that, man? Because he's full of shit and he's set up to be what? A distraction. Because what? You got Biden bucks, I'm standing in front of what? The Bank of America. Which the Lord is about to shut this cash down. Alright? Cash is done. Cashless society is here, man. It's here. Alright? You know, a lot of men talk a lot of shit. And they've been talking a lot of shit. I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna do that. Everything is Lord's willing, man. Lord's willing. You know? Got a lot of people coming in here for cash now, man. But guess what? The cash is about to be shut down. You ain't gonna be able to get cash no more. Think about that. Yeah, yo, ain't nobody talking to you. I'm speaking to the camera. How about that? Obviously you understand what I'm saying. Cash is about to be done away with, man. Niggas is crazy, man. You know? I don't speak too much English, but you understand cash. It's about to be done away with. Anyway, man. Hopping back into Sirach, chapter 44 and 1, it says, "Let us now praise famous men, and our fathers that begat, and our fathers that begat us. Yahweh Shah hath brought great glory by them through his great power from the beginning." So, y'all, the Lord have put this power in these men from the beginning. What? Their spirits. You know? This spirit, the spirit that's on the man, it was given to him from the beginning. You know? The spirit of a man was given to him from the beginning. It ain't just start overnight, man. Alright? It ain't happened yesterday. You know? Just like Yahweh Shah, what? His spirit was here from the beginning. He's the first spirit ever created. So the same man, though, that's why I'm jumping around a lot, man, you know? Because you gotta read. But what I'm telling you, read it. Acts. You know? The books I'm reading, I'm giving to you. Read them. These famous men, you got the Acts, those are famous men. Men that's not even spoke about. Yo, men that don't, yo, it's so much information out here, man. You just gotta look it up for yourself. You know? Like the apostles told you. Starting with the apostles on down, they told you. All the men that they're right here, right now. You know? They right here, right now. Speaking, teaching. The same way they did back then in the Acts, man. We're in the book of Acts. Amongst of other books, man. You know? Forgive me. Yo, we in those times. You know? From the beginning of time, the same men that's out here speaking and talking about Yahweh Shah, the same men, you go back to Genesis, right? The same men when the Lord created the heavens and the earth, and he had his men, Yahweh Shah, first son, the son, all right, the first son, the only begotten son, the first spirit ever created, right? He gave it to Yahweh Shah, the blueprint, and Yahweh Shah gave it to his men. And guess what? They out here teaching right now. All right? But it says the Lord hath brought great glory by them through his great power from the beginning, such as did bear rule in their kingdoms, men renowned for their power, giving counsel by their understanding and by declaring prophecies. And yo, that's the men out here now. How are they doing? They're declaring prophecies. They're telling you what's going to happen from the beginning. You know? Why? Through the book. Who else is doing that out here? None of them. Can't even get in. But ain't nobody else out here doing that, man. You know? That's a famous man. Because what they doing, they tell you, oh, Nostradamus said this. This guy said that. And that's something I just recently read about. Nostradamus said that, you know what? That man is going to make it to Mars. You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Man is going to make it to Mars because Nostradamus said it. Well, look at Nostradamus, man. Where the fuck you think he got his insight from? The same way with these niggas here right now in America and all these different soothsayers and all that. Where do you think they get their insight from? From the men of the Lord, man. You know? They get it from the men of the Lord. And they can feel the spirit. And they understand it. And they don't want nobody else to know it. Because they want to try to contain it to themselves, man. But they can't. That's why Jeremiah said what he said. It's like fire shut up in my bones, man. When you know a place is going down, you don't want your people, yo, you're nobody, man. You're nothing. What's that, Michael J? You ain't bad. You ain't nothing. You know? You got to warn your people, man. You got to tell them. All right? But it says, keep on. And now, guess what? We're remembering famous men because those men that was famous back then, their names is written in the book of life. Yo, you got men like Kunye and all them dudes. Do you think that their name is going to be remembered when we get to the kingdom? Get the fuck out of here, man. Ain't even going to know who they was, man. Yo, the men of the Lord going to know. The elect. Yahweh Shah, Yahweh, because he created all their spirits. But they set up right now, man. Matter of fact, prime example, you got many men in this scripture. Many men. But you got many men in this scriptures that passed away, that went on into the spirit world, is here now, and they was average citizens. Do you know their names? You don't even know Yahweh Shah's sister's names, man. You know, it's certain men's names that you don't even know. There's a lot of men in this book that you don't know their names, but guess what? The famous men, which were, you know their names. Because their name, a good name, travels from here and here and here and here. It might not seem like it at the time, but yo, the Lord is always, yo, man, his men, the name is going to ring bells, man. Rock the bells. His name, the famous men of the Lord is always going to rock the bells, man. All right? It says, Shalak. I flipped the chapter. Forgive me. All right, it says, where we at? Verse 1. It says, this is Sirach chapter 44, in verse 3, it says, such as did bear rule in their kingdoms, men renowned for their power, giving counsel by their understanding and declaring prophecies. Leaders of Daniel. Didn't Daniel? You go back to Daniel, the writing on the wall. Did not he declare that, man? And he didn't even Ezra, Isaiah, Jeremiah. Those are famous men, which are here right now. But they're not spoke about. Their words back then, but you don't know who they are now. But you know who a LeBron James is. You know who a Kyrie Irving is. You know who a Kanye West is. Who a Jay-Z is. But you don't know the men about. They're not talking about prophecy. They was peasants back in the past. But they want a name for themselves now. Because it's just the next new wave, man. They'll lead the children astray. And they're going to be, you know what? They might be beat with many stripes as well, man. Because they know that's a part of their game that they get into, man. We got to sign over this, that. Man, fuck them niggas, man. All right, it says, where we at? Verse 44, Sirach 44 and 4. It says, leaders of the people by their counselors and by their knowledge of learning meet for the people. Wise and eloquent in their instructions. So how these dudes are like that? They're not like that. The men is like that. Who's a famous man? Apostle Tahar. Elder Yashawama. You got Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramla, and many men that knows. I'm just giving you men like that from the rip, man. That's humble. They understand the word, man, and they just go out there and teach it. Yeah, they're famous amongst Israel, but amongst these people right here, they're not famous. Yeah, they are famous too. But at the end of the day, their fame is going to come, man, and these people's shame is going to be it's hell. And just like the rest of the men of the Lord, man. I just gave a couple names to put it out there. All right. Elder Malcolm, from Chicago and all. That's the real famous men in Yasharala, man. And this ain't about no man pleasing or none of that. It's about men that I watch. And that's my personal preference. Every man has their own personal preference. The spirit hop on you, watch it.
And the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, all is one.
Did you say what?
The Father, the Son, with the Holy Spirit.
How was that one? I'm asking. Come here, brother. Don't do a drive-by. Don't do a drive-by, bro. Nah, listen, bro. Don't do a drive-by. That's what you're doing. The Father, Son, Spirit is all one. How are they one? No, how are they one? No, hold up.
The Father was the first, the Son was second, and He put the Spirit in Mary to have a son. Mary got pregnant by a spirit.
See, that's what I'm talking about. These dudes always try to do drive-bys. Father, Son, and Spirit. He said they was all one. But they was all in one mindset. So with that, yeah, they was one. And he did say the Father was one, the Son was one, the Holy Spirit. Which he was right. But don't do no drive-by on camera, man. That's why we talking about famous men. And that's how you know that we out here speaking is the truth, man. They don't want you to know the truth. They want to shut this truth down. But they can't stand firmly like us. Look, they got the security guards inside the building now. They can't stand out here firmly in the cold, man. You know? They ain't built like them famous men. But anyway, I'm going to keep reading. Matter of fact, I'm going to end it with this, with this chapter. All right? It says, leaders of the people by their councils, because you got to go through council with brothers, man. The brother might go off, they might do something wrong. So you got to be a just man. That's why I go with Solomon. You know, he wanted to be able to teach the people and to guide them and be around them and do everything correctly. All right. It says, verse 4, back in Sirach, chapter 44, forgive me, 44. And 4, it says, leaders of the people, by their counsels and by their knowledge of learning, meet for the people, wise and eloquent in their instructions. So check it out. That's mercy, right? So let's go to Psalms 68 and 11. Forgive me, man. I'm getting to be an older man. So my hands don't work like they used to. Alright, so Psalm 68 and 11. Alright, so let's go to Psalm chapter 68. Yakada and 11. Alright. It says, Yahweh Shem Shah gave the word. Great was the company of those that published it. See that? And that's the famous myth. Great of those that published it. And check it out. I know the brothers that's already in the know, it's been around, but they already know. But let's get the word published. All right, Psalm 68 and 11. It says, Yahweh Shem Shah gave the word. Great was the company of those that published it. Going into the book of Acts, man, because it was a lot of men that went out there and did what? Taught the words of Yahweh Shem Shah. All right? And check it out. Let's get it.
13:19. Isaiah.
I'm going to play it again because it's kind of low.
Strong's H 1319. Basir.
Alright, so Basir, which means to bear witness, bear tidings, publish, preach, show forth. Which that's what we out here doing. We out here preaching and showing y'all we're bearing witness. We're giving tidings, bearing tidings. With that song from the tidings of comfort and joy. That Christmas song, we're giving tidings, man. All right? When we come out here and speak this word to our people. Speaking about Yahweh Shem Shai, by Hashem Awachadadash. All right? That's what we're doing. Okay? But, that's it on that. That's the publishing. We out here with publishing, so we're putting it out there. All right? And there's a lot of men that's publishing. You got a lot of publishers. You got a lot of publishers out here. All right? So let's go to Romans 12 and 4 as well. All right? The back of that point where we at. All right? So it's Romans chapter 12. Romans 12 and 4. All right? It says, for as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office. Alright? So we have many members. I'm gonna read that again. Because that's going into the book of Acts. Right? What's that? Those are famous men. They all had different agendas. All right, matter of fact, not agenda. Well, they have all different agendas, but their agenda was the same. To what? To glorify Yahweh Hashem Yahushai by Hashem HaRakakodash, right? All right, it's this Romans chapter 12 and verse 4. It says, "For as we have many members in one body, we are one body, right? And all members have not the same office." So we don't all have the same office. But guess what? We'll all come out here to what? Just preach the word of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem HaRakakodash, in season and out of season. All right? It's like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. You know? And like I said, yo, please, man, whoever can hear it and receive it, yo, go into the book of Acts and think about right now. And think about all these guys coming out in the highways and hedges, and who's the real ones and from who's the fake ones. You know? You'll be able to tell what you read. You know? And even with the ones that come out here on the highways and out of season, which is right now, all of them ain't right. You know? But at the end of the day, the Lord is going to reveal all things, man. All right? So let's keep going. Going to verse 5, it says, such as found out musical tunes and recited verses and writings, rich men furnished with ability, living peaceably in their habitations. All right, so yo, rich men, yo, we're rich. We're living in our habitation where the Lord put us at, yo. You know, we're living peaceably. And that's what they want us to do. They want us to get angry. They want us to try to snap. But we're living peaceably in our habitation. Yo, every man, you got, I just was watching a video earlier about, you had, they was talking about, I think it was like a Catholic priest or something, on some FBI shit. But, yo, they're watching us now, man, you know? They're watching your every move to see what you're going to do, to try to provoke you to anger. So once they're like the FBI right now. They're like the one that's poking the bear. Just keep poking them, and get him to resort to violence. You know. So once he resorts to violence, bang, got him. Get him out of here. You know. Like yo, rest in peace to my man Tom Hodge, man. You know, not to say it like that on this, but yo, man, the reason why I said that because, like the dude, man, I remember we was locked up together, man. You know, this is testimony, and this was when I was in the world, man. But one thing I got from him, because yo, you always going to learn from your environment, from everywhere you at, and that's why I say I'm gonna read this again. It says, such as found out musical tunes and recited verses and writings, rich men furnished with ability, living peaceably in their habitations. You know, so we live in peaceably in our habitations. But one thing it was a song from Jay-Z. He said, we don't resort to violence. We own resorts on islands. You know? Because what we doing? We're living peaceably, man. We ain't out here acting stupid. You know, that's what they want us to do. And that's how they get niggas, man. Why do you think Biggie said, only the feds are feared? Why? Because he was doing some fuck shit. And they trying to get you to do fuck shit so they can have something on you. Live peaceably. Alright? Live peaceably. Let's go to Romans chapter 12 and 18. Alright? This is the book of Romans chapter 12 verse 18. It says, what I just said. It's the scripture I was looking for. Romans chapter 12 verse 18. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. And that's all we do. We live peaceably among all men. We don't go out here acting stupid. You know? You can do whatever you want to do. This is your kingdom, and the man of the Lord understands that. We know that. Those will not be a part of that number. But they know that. We know, man, like, damn, yo, you fucking up your kingdom? Hey, man, do your thing. We're cheering you on. You know? You know, I don't want to say cheerleaders, but hey, man, at the end of the day, we want you to do what you're doing. You know? The same way, it's how they say, it's like a reverse psychology. You know, hey, man, the way y'all cheer us on when a nigga kill a nigga, we cheer y'all on when y'all kill each other, man. You know, like Russia and y'all on the high scale. You know? Let that pass by. But yeah, kind of. So yo, the same way, like, you know, the same yo, but y'all on the high scale because look, y'all on the earth stage. You know? Y'all are world powers. Russia and America. You know what I'm saying? Russia, America, and all that. Then you got your side, your bandwagon motherfuckers that's around y'all. Guess what? We right there with your bandwagon motherfuckers because we know we nuts. But the bandwagon motherfuckers that's out here now, China, all these other motherfuckers, that think that this land is going to be given to them. No, not this land, but that the earth is going to be given to them. They're sadly mistaken. You know? They're sadly mistaken. And that's what y'all hate, and that's why y'all mad. Because we come out here and tell you the truth. Because this everything that you have right now is crumbling. And you can't get no more money. Y'all really mad because we in your pockets. Y'all been in our pockets. You know? That's why you got our people, I do security. You got our people securing a false hope, a facade, man. You know? Like I know dudes like, man, you got men that went to programs, well, you know, and started working maintenance in Temple College, and their kids can go to school for free. You know? And I heard that straight out the horse's mouth from men that I know that their children went to school for free. But I know that they showed up because they ain't told the whole story, man. And that's a fact. All right? Learn something. All right? It says, all these were honored, all the men, because Joe, the same way that you got in Temple College, you got alumni. So all the men that went here, Bill Cosby, what happened to his bitch ass? You know? This camera about to die, man. You know, it's about to die, but guess what? We're going to read through it real quick. It says, all these were honored in their generations. And yo, the next time I gotta bring out the what's the name, the charger. It says all these were honored in their generations and were the glory of their times. I'm gonna stop right there because I know it's about to die. But all these men, they were honored in their generation and times. Jeremiah, you know, Malachi, Habakkuk. They were all honored in their generation and their time. The same way that right now they're all back and they're all going to be honored in their generation and their times right now, man. You know? So Lord's willing, man, this is edified. You know, this can't Slovakia because I got to get a battery pack to charge the phone up, man. But Lord's willing, matter of fact, I'm going to keep continuing on this through the Spirit. All right, everything is all Spirit willing. So with that, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakak Wadas. Double honors to the apostle, elders, the great millstone. Out of the citations to the elect. And to the men that died doing the work, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, because they shall arise first. To the men, women, and children that believe on the true name of the Father and the Son, which the Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. The son's name is Yahweh Shai. He's the deliverer, because he's coming to deliver us out of this captivity that we're in. To the next lesson, well, to the next camp, to the next time we can communicate or congregate, I'm going to say Mawaf, Abab, Babal, death to America. Shalom.